So, good afternoon. This is Ms. Ali, and this is Queer Story Time. You may notice that I don't have on my tutu today, and that's different. And in your homes, you may be seeing that people around you are acting a little differently. Some are sad, some may even be crying, or you may be hearing shouts. So, just like my clothing today, things are different, feeling different. Well, I'm going to tell you because a lot of adults feel like children shouldn't know things, but I feel you should. I feel that it's very important that you know all kinds of things, and particularly when you can feel things are different. We talk a lot in this space about people being brave, queer people who love people. Some people think they shouldn't love or express themselves in ways that people think they shouldn't express themselves, and how much courage, how much bravery it takes to be that way. Well, there are people out doing something called protesting, standing up because they're courageous. So I want to tell you a little about a bit of what is happening now that makes things feel different. There was a Black man by the name of George Floyd that was killed by the police. And what you're hearing is people's heartbreak. People express their hurt in different ways, don't you? Sometimes you can cry, and sometimes you'll be so angry that you'll move around and maybe even be so angry you'll throw things because you're so hurt inside, so angry. So I'm going to tell you why you're hearing the heartbreak. Because heartbreak often means you're crying. And people that, like Miss Ali, people from the continent of Africa who were brought here to work, their tears have been filling up. Like, if what would happen if you kept putting water and water and water and water in here? What would happen? It would splash all over the place, wouldn't it? All over everything. So you're hearing and seeing what it looks like when a lot of people's hearts are broken. Well, you might ask, Miss Ali, well, okay, that's a lot of noise for one person. I mean, that makes me sad, but that sounds louder than one person getting hurt. That's because it is. It's not just a little bit of heartbreak, it's a lot. Long time ago, before your parents were born, or your grandparents were born, your great, 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 great grandparents were born, people started coming to this country from other places, right? You might ask your parents, where are we from? And some people said, I don't like the way they were treating me where I was. Some places like England or France or Ireland. all over. Said, I'm going to come to this new place so I can be free and enjoy my life. But Miss Ali's people didn't come here like that. There were people, white people, that went to the continent of Africa and got Miss Ali's family and thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of people and said, come here, and packed them on ships and took them away from home. How would you feel if someone came right now, and kicked the door open and said, come with me. I'm going to take you someplace. I think your heart would break. Would you be crying? I think you'd be crying. Would you miss your parents, your siblings? Would they miss you? I think they would. So that's the heartbreak from a long, long time ago. The hearts are breaking and breaking and breaking. And then Miss Ali's ancestors came here, and the people said, white people said, you're not human. And you're going to work. And you're going to work and work and work. And your children are going to work. And their children are going to work. And you're just going to work forever for nothing. We're not going to pay you. And you're going to have really sad houses. And you're not going to have much food. And you're just going to work and work and work. That's what a slave is. A human being whose choices are taken away, whose family is taken away. And that's what used to happen to Miss Ali's ancestors. People would fall in love and have a baby and watch the baby grow up to maybe they're your age, 4, 5, 6. And another white person might say, taking them. And so they can work for me. Do you think their hearts would be broken? I think so. So there's heartbreak and heartbreak and heartbreak for a very long time. Heartbreak and heartbreak. But the people had a secret. My people had a secret. Even while people were saying, you're not human. I want you to work all the time. You're not human. We kept loving. To love when people are being cruel to you, to continue to, that is a superpower. I know you've heard of a lot of superheroes, Superman and Spider-Man and Wonder Woman, but they're strong. But to have somebody to hurt you and take your children, do everything, and you still continue to love each other, that's a superpower. But all during this time, my people were being hurt and killed and worked and hurt and killed and worked, and heartbreak and heartbreak and heartbreak. And then there was a terrible war because there were white people whose hearts were breaking too and said, this is wrong. Black people are human beings, and what you're doing is wrong, so wrong. And those white people whose heart were breaking got together with Black people and they fought. And slavery was abolished. That means stopped. That means you can't put people in chains and make them work for you forever. And then there was a time, there were 10 and 12 years where Black people were given protection that said, they're human, you can vote, you can build your schools, you can build your businesses, you can do everything anybody else can do. But after that time, the people who said Black people aren't human began to write laws and do things, and then things went back, almost like slavery time, and hearts were broken. Have you ever had a wish and somebody played a cruel trick and you thought your wish was going to come true? And they said, I have your dream, I have your gift, I have this thing for you. And you're so excited and you're going, I can't wait. And then they say, no, I was just playing. How would you feel? I think you'd feel so sad. I think you'd be heartbroken. And so it's heartbreak and heartbreak and heartbreak. And then Martin Luther King Jr., I know you heard about him in school. He took that heartbreak and he said, we're going to push again. We're going to push and we're going to say we're human and we're human. And Fannie Lou Hamer and Ella Mae Baker, and we're going to push and push and push. And it was progress. It was like, yes, did you know Miss Ali wouldn't be able to sit anywhere on the bus or the metro? It was true. But pushed and pushed. And now I can sit and do lots of things. But all during that time, there were people that says, you're not human. You don't belong here. You're not human. And you've heard names like Trayvon and Aubrey and George Floyd. And somebody that said, that felt, you're not human, killed him. And the tears and the heartbreak have grown and grown and grown until they've splashed out over everything. Because people's hearts are so broken and so hurt and angry. Because the heartbreak has been going on for so long. But there's a miracle. People still love each other. Can you imagine that? After all of that, but their hearts are broken. George Floyd's daughter won't see him anymore. His brothers and sisters won't see him anymore. And then there are other Black people whose names aren't in the paper, aren't on the video, aren't it? Lots and lots, thousands and thousands for the longest time. Their hearts are broken. We're hearing heartbreak. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people think children don't need to know things, particularly white children, because Black children know. Black children are told by their Black parents about the people that don't think they're human because those people can hurt them. But if you're white, you may not know. But you need to know because the world you're going to grow up in has a lot of people that look like me, Black people, brown people, Asian people, indigenous people. That means the people who were already here. You're going to be meeting all kinds of people, and they're human just like you. And sometimes, even when you try to be friends, some of them might not want to be your friend right away. And this is the most important word you can learn. Why? And the why is their hearts have been broken so many times. But then you have to use your superpower and love anyway. You have to use your superpower when people say, "Why are you going over there with that person?" "That boy likes to wear dresses. Why are you with him?" And you can say, "Because he's human and he looks good in the dress." It's not easy to be brave like queer people are. Miss Ali is a lesbian. That means that I am a lady that likes other ladies, that loves other ladies. So some people say, "Oh, that's terrible. You're a terrible person." But that's where my heart is. And that makes me kind of brave. My heart also says that we're all human beings, even though some people don't think we are. And we have to stand up. I want you to be brave. I want you to share in the superpower that my people have, the ability to love, even when things are terrible, even when people are saying, "You're not human." I love books. And the title of this book is Soul Looks Back in Wonder. And the author, illustrator, illustrator Tom Feelings. And he has collected a series of poems. And I'm going to share one with you. Look at that art. Isn't that beautiful? It makes me want to fly every time I see it. To you, to sit and dream, to sit and read, to sit and learn about the world, outside our world of here and now, our problem world, to dream of vast horizons of the soul. Through dreams made whole, unfettered, free, help me, all you who are dreamers too. Help me to make our world anew. I reach out my dreams to you. That's by a poet whose name is Langston Hughes. You're my dream of people who share the superpower of love and understanding that we're human and everybody deserves the right to be happy and healthy and free. Have a good day.